The Laundering, Volume 2, Case 30, The Asset. The connected car sold as a possession, built as a data extractor. Open the case.
My car works for me. Interesting theory. You bought the vehicle studies the buyer. The claim of this case is narrow. The connected car is sold under the vocabulary of ownership. My car, my asset, my possession, while it operates as a continuous data extraction platform that profiles the driver and ships the profile onward. The vocabulary names you the owner. The relation makes you the subject. Assets depreciate. Data appreciates. And when a regulator finally read the relation instead of the brochure, it found a buyer who had never knowingly agreed to any of it.
Why not read this as one carmaker behaving badly?
Because that reading retires the structure. Strip the brand out, and a familiar grammar remains, the one named in Case 28, now on the consumption side. There, the vocabulary of enterprise, be your own boss, laundered a wage relation. Here, the vocabulary of ownership, my car, my possession, launders a surveillance extraction relation. The sharp move is the role inversion. The buyer assumes they are the agent, the owner, the one being served, while the relation positions them as the product, studied and sold. And the premises? 4. 1. Connected features are real, and many are genuinely wanted. Navigation, crash response, over-the-air fixes, granted in full. 2. The same vehicle is a continuous sensor platform that profiles the driver. Where, when, how, and increasingly, who. Mozilla rated cars the worst product category for privacy it has ever reviewed. 3. Ownership does not make the buyer the agent of that relation. The freedom to buy the car is not control over what it harvests or over who it tells. 4. The spine. The harvested data is sold downstream, driving behavior to brokers, to insurers, under an enrollment the owner never knowingly agreed to. The laundering is the ownership vocabulary over an extraction relation, with the inversion concealed at the point of sale.
There is a console on this page that profiles the reader. What is it?
A working data extractor. It profiles you, right now, from the handful of signals a browser exposes. Your clock and region, your device, how your cursor moves, how you scroll, where you linger, what you select. It runs entirely in your browser. Nothing it derives is sent anywhere. It asks for no location. It is erased the instant you leave.
Then why build it?
Because the restraint is the argument. That single refusal to send the profile anywhere is the only thing separating this page from a connected car, which derives the same class of profile from a vastly richer sensor suite and ships it onward to brokers and insurers. The difference between this page and your car is one network call, the one this page refuses to make and your car makes continuously.
Set the brochure aside. What does the relation look like on the record?
In 2023, Mozilla's Privacy Not Included reviewed 25 major car brands. Every one failed, a first in the guide's history, and Mozilla called cars the official worst category of products for privacy that they had ever reviewed. The policies claim the right to collect intimate categories: sexual activity, health and genetic data, immigration status, race, facial expressions. Nissan, named the worst offender, reserves the right to share and sell preferences, characteristics, and psychological trends to data brokers, law enforcement, and other third parties.
And the controls?
Of 25 brands, none let drivers meaningfully control the collection, and the great majority reserved the right to share or sell it. This is not one rogue manufacturer, it is the category. The car is, by default, an instrument pointed at its owner.
The tell here is a regulator's.
Findings of fact. Through OnStar's Smart Driver feature, General Motors collected drivers' precise geolocation and driving behavior data roughly every 3 seconds and sold it to third parties, including the consumer reporting agencies LexisNexis and Verisk, which fed it to insurers who raised premiums. The U.S. Federal Trade Commission charged that General Motors did this through a misleading enrollment process, failing to disclose the collection and sale, and without consumers' informed consent.
And the penalty?
Note what it is and is not. It is not a fine, no money changed hands. It is a behavioral order, a 5-year ban on selling the data to consumer reporting agencies, a 20-year requirement of express, informed consent, and a duty to let owners access, delete, and opt out. The regulator's core finding is the whole case in 3 words: no informed consent. The buyer believed they had bought a car and a safety service. The inversion was concealed by the enrollment screen. That concealment is the laundering found as fact.
The model underneath has a name. Shoshana Zuboff calls it surveillance capitalism. Human experience claimed as free raw material, rendered into behavioral data, and the surplus beyond what is needed to improve the product sold into markets that trade in predictions, behavioral futures. The farmer harvests 1 crop a season. The platform harvests location, habits, purchases, contacts, and routines every day. One sells grain. The other sells a forecast of what you will do, to whoever will pay to know or to nudge it. And the case adopts it?
Names it, attributes it, and offers it as the frame, not as a verdict on any single feature. The narrower claim survives without the full theory. Whatever one concludes about surveillance capitalism in general, the specific word ownership launders a relation that the data policies and the regulator's findings will not support. It is the consumer-side twin of Case 23's ratchet sitting in your driveway.
Be precise about the limits.
It does not claim every car spies on everything always, that connected features are worthless, or that owners get nothing. Many features are real and wanted, and Premise 1 grants it. It does not claim the in-browser extractor is anything but a local demonstration. It sends nothing and keeps nothing. It alleges no illegality beyond what a regulator has already found, and even there, the sanction was a consent order, not a finding of crime.
Then what is the claim?
This: a continuous data extraction relation is sold under the vocabulary of ownership. The word own is made to carry an authority over the relation that the buyer does not have. The harvested data is sold downstream to brokers and insurers. And where a regulator read the relation instead of the brochure, it found the consent was never informed. You bought the vehicle. The vehicle studies the buyer.
Strip it to the structure.
No villain is required, and only one is named, by a regulator. A manufacturer sells a possession, a telematics feature enrolled through a screen the buyer skims, extracts precise location and behavior. A data broker buys it, an insurer prices on it. Each step is ordinary and mostly lawful, and the integration is a person who paid to be profiled, named the owner of the very instrument pointed at them. That is the definitional dodge run on the meaning of property. You hold the depreciating asset, the appreciating one, the behavioral profile, is held and sold by someone else.
The repair people have been saying this for years.
From the other side of the same object, the right to repair advocate Louis Rossmann has spent years documenting the disappearance of ownership. Products remotely disabled, functions revoked by a post-sale change to a license agreement, hardware locked against the person who paid for it. Where Zuboff names what is extracted, the repair movement names what is withheld. They are one relation seen from its two ends. You hold the object, someone else holds the control and the data.
How do we read the next one?
When the next thing you own arrives wired to a sensor suite, a car, a doorbell, a watch, a television, read it against the extractor on this page. If the data stays on the device, the word own is true. If it is sold onward, you are not the owner. You are the asset.